I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Kirsten Kuzirian. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing very, very well. It's daytime here, but
All right. You must be in
I'm doing-
California.
I am.
Yeah, I just came off with someone in California. How are the fires treating you?
I'm okay. I'm in Northern California, so we're just kind of watching right now for Southern California.
All right. Well, please do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time.
Well, I think we connected because I'm also a podcaster,
Yeah.
and I use my skills, I guess, as a child psychologist in producing the content of my show.
Yeah. Consciousness, right? Like I got to listen to it. It was rather meditative listening to that show, your voice, and it was pretty amazing. Well, do tell us the name of your podcast, please.
Oh, sure. Thank you. It's the Wide Awake Parenting Podcast, which is really funny now that you're saying, it made you kind of maybe almost fall asleep, and I'm calling it the Wide Awake Podcast.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, is this supposed to keep me wide awake, or does it mean that my consciousness should be wide awake? And is that what it is?
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was going for, the consciousness. But, it's probably good if my audience is actually awake while they're listening to it, so they can get the information.
Yeah, well, definitely great conversations going on there. Who did you learn the skills of what was required to speak on consciousness, especially where parents are involved?
Well, I was trying to think. I mean, I must have had hundreds of teachers for this because I had professors and then I had families I got to work with that I learned from and teachers in my own personal life. So just hundreds. And I feel like the cool thing about the work I do is you get to just keep learning, you get to keep yourself open to that. So I will have many, many more teachers, I'm sure.
That's amazing. Well, why will you, given that you've been doing this for a bit, why will you continue to repeat the skills of educating others on the topic? On this, I put subject and topic together. I call it topic, right? Why will you continue, my friend?
I found something that I feel like for now, for me, really works. It makes me feel useful, and I love it. I love connecting not only with children and teens, but parents, and I really like the other people in my field. So I love the colleagues I get to work with. I mean, honestly, I picture myself like with a cane walking up to my office. Like I'm going to work in this field as long as I can see and walk to my office.
That's wonderful. That's a beautiful thing to have the ability to see from now. That is beautiful. Now, where's the best place for someone that's listening to connect with you, Kirsten?
You can go to my website, wideawakeparenting.com. And so we have a bunch of social media. That's a good jumping off point for all of it. And then we're on iTunes and Stitcher at the Wide Awake Parenting Podcast.
All right. And what's one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
I think what I've done is shown up. I've really been working on my mindfulness, and I feel like I've been present and engaged in the last 3 years. And I think something I kind of have been working on is showing up for myself. And this has just been huge for helping me as a parent. Like it's helped me take showing up for my child to the next level. And then professionally as well for my clients and my colleagues. So I think I've made a conscious effort, and I think that's where I got the Stay Awake name for my podcast, because I've really been making a conscious effort to do so.
Now, I'm definitely hearing it on the top of your voice, but I'd still ask the question, how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel right now like I'm in the right place. And I know I'm trying to be open, things can change, but I feel like right now I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm collaborating with who I'm supposed to be collaborating with, and it's fun.
It has to be fun, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. The work it's not work. I can work for hours and it's exciting.
Yeah, it's like me. I've worked until I've lost my voice, but I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Yes, so amazing when you can find that.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, suggest to someone out there that's listening why they should as well attempt to find that thing that they love and then go do it.
I think it helps you. So not only do you get to connect with what you're really good at, which is such a good feeling, but I think it helps you connect with everybody else in your life even better because it makes you more present for them too. And, I think the relationship with ourselves. I'm a psychologist, so of course I'm biased here, but I think it's one of the most important things we do is work on that relationship with ourselves in our lifetime.
I agree. Well, amazing audience, you're hearing it live here from Kirsten Kuzirian. Again, she's the podcast host of the Wide Awakening Parent podcast. Do check that out. Kirsten, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Kirsten, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Well, I kind of just want to stay in the time machine the way you described it, but I think my earliest memories are just playing a lot. Like I had this big red telephone that was really fun, but just playing with my mom. We just spent a lot of time doing that when I was probably, I'm thinking like 2 or 3,
That's all right. How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Well, it's funny because it's pretty much still my focus is play. I think play is one of the most important things for adults, for children, for all of us, for how we learn. And so, I just, I can't help but think about how foundational those first moments with our parents are, which is why I created my podcast, is to support parents in that, because it's huge. We're creating the foundation for someone's life. It's really fun and beautiful, and I have so much support, and I just want to make sure everybody does.
Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Yes, of course.
I love the idea in it all of the red telephone and what it represents for me as to the communication and the passion you have for communicating to others what you've learned.
Oh my goodness. I totally see it as you're explaining it. Yes, red, passionate. I love it.
Especially with the love, right? There's definitely the passion, but there's also the love that you communicate with, yeah?
Right, like a big heart phone. That's so great.
Love it. If we fast forwarded to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Okay, so I can't remember for sure, but you know what? I'm guessing it's Spice Girls because I was so moved by them and the girl power like the whole girl power thing. I just loved it. So definitely a Spice Girls song.
You choose what song? Which song? Tell me one, please.
You know what? And now, I'm not a very big fan because I'm trying to think of the actual names of the songs. But I think, that main one, Wannabe. I'll go with that.
Wannabe, there we go. Yeah, again, I mean, the red, the love, if you want to be my lover, right? Oh, Kirsten, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Kirsten, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
No, I haven't yet. I guess I try to share my enthusiasm for my mindfulness skills with my family and my clients, but I don't have anyone in mind yet. I guess they'll present themselves to me.
All right. Are you married?
I am not.
Do you have children?
I do. I have one child.
All right. Do you believe in God?
I do. I think I don't in my mind think in the term God, the name God, but I really believe in something bigger than myself and definitely something that connects me with everybody else here.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I do have an inner circle of friends, and I'm lucky because I've been friends with some of them, I was thinking, for so long. Some when I was 4 years old.
Wow. Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I don't, because I'm running 2 private practices and I'm home with my son all day. So I'm pretty busy. My schedule's pretty tight. So no, not able to get in 3 hours a day.
All right. How about 3 hours a week?
Some weeks, and it's funny because every now and then I will just kind of binge watch an entire season of something that everybody's been telling me, why haven't you seen this yet? And so it happens like every month or so, and then it's probably way longer than 3 hours.
All right. And what about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
I really hope it's less than 8, but because I do run my own business, I often have a screen close to me. So I don't think it's 8, but it definitely could be 4.
All right, Kirsten, if you had to share with us your own unique and real statement, a statement that represents Kirsten Kuzirian, what would you say that is?
So right now for me, I think it's to be gentle with yourself and courageous on your path. It's my sign off for my podcast, but also I just felt like it was this great way to remind us to put like that powerful creative energy, that red phone energy out into the world without like turning it on yourself, share it and then be really gentle with yourself. So, and I think as parents, we're teaching our children how to treat themselves, and we're always showing the world how to treat us. So I just think it's a great way to show that, to do that.
Love it. Just like your mother was there with the phone memory, right? I mean, your mother was right there, right?
Absolutely.
That's fascinating. Well, Kirsten, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
No, please come join me at wideawakeparenting.com, at the Wide Awake Parenting Podcast. So, join my conversation on being a mindful parent and, send me questions. I love meeting new people and chatting. So join us.
I love it. Kirsten Kuzirian, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you, Angel.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.